Just to reiterate what Zuzi said and also what Oyedi said, in terms of awareness and increasing the awareness and moving away from awareness to acceptance. So I will try to answer the question you asked about what does acceptance look like in a family. Um, when Zuzi was talking, she talked about how we all have an idea of what awareness is. But when you talk to a few people, just as I was talking to Dr. Mokolo here, a lot of us might have the idea of what autism is in terms of the awareness, but the understanding of what autism is or it requires of us as a community, as the public, is still a lot, is still lagging behind. And so that is what builds the stigma that we experience in the public spaces. So how do we then now, as for example, as a parent, how do I help build acceptance in my family space? By first meeting my child where my child is at and understanding that the diagnosis my child has is not a cause of because of something that was done to him or because of a spiritual issue or because of what I did or did not do. So first you have to first take away the blame game. A lot of times when you get the diagnosis, just as Oyandi said, we are all already in survival mode because you're running from pillar to post. What can I do? How can I address this? But you are not seeing that child in front of you. What acceptance in a family means is to see that child first before the diagnosis. This is my child. It's not because of anything that that child has this diagnosis. And so because of that, I would love my child unconditionally. The way you present that love outwardly is what your neighbor or your people on the street will see and then will cause them to stop and watch and say, this child that is behaving like this and this mother is not saying it. Okay, it sparks the curiosity and it makes them want to ask, sorry, why is your child doing this? And then because you already have a knowledge of what it is, the correct knowledge, again, very important, then you can start to educate. Oh, it's not contagious. Oh, my child spinning like this does not mean your child will spin like this. It just simply means that it requires X, Y, and Z to regulate himself. Then the person will ask, regulation, which one is, before you know it, that person has been educated. You have moved, you have shifted the needle of just knowing a term to understanding the concept of that term. And guess what? The person will see someone else in his church and say, it is not spiritual. I met my neighbor that has X, Y, and Z. And what would that person do? Preach the gospel. And that's what we talk about when we say acceptance in action, meaning we are making it actionable. And how do you want to make it actionable? By walking and doing these little steps. It's just not even in the public space, even in the school. Sometimes you hear, oh, we're an inclusion school, blah, blah, and all of that. But then because you've seen one child with autism and you've worked with that one child, does not technically mean that everybody has to toe this line. Right. But then if the school educates themselves, just like Dr. Zifi is going to tell you what that entails, you would understand how to make this also actionable within your schools, within the public spaces. And yeah, I hope I've answered your question. Thank you. Okay. Right. I'm going to be very deliberate in my response.